Speak One, Episode 4. I'm here with a couple of guests. My name is K Squared, and here's Butter.
Hello, I'm Butter.
And we're also here with Jhan, playing as Daniel Radcliffe in Caffeine Skeleton. They're not here to record the intro right now. The intro was lost whenever we were making it. We lost about 13 minutes. But we still have a full podcast to show. We're just filling in the empty area, and we apologize for the lack of episodes. One of our members taking a quick hiatus. We'll be right back to recording every weekend very soon.
Yes, thank you all for your support, and also the fan art too.
Yeah, the fan art has been really cool. Looking at very surreal to see, art of me and art of our whole team here. So thank you all for still sticking by. We're gonna pick up right where the podcast cut off. So we're just gonna get right into it after this short bite of Justin Bieber falling off stage of a concert. Club Penguin was not shut down because of global warming. I think, if anything, global freezing is real. And that's why we couldn't tip over the iceberg. The iceberg could not be tipped over because global freezing, the iceberg kept on getting bigger and bigger. No amount of penguins was able to tip over that iceberg.
That is true. But jokes aside, I thought Club Penguin is honestly like a really, really fun little website.
Never played.
Free game.
Jeez,
Technically,
I've never played it.
I didn't like how they banned me for using bad words.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be kid-friendly.
I was a kid when I played it.
What kind of words were you motherfucking using?
Words like that. You're kid hostile, that's why. Kid hostile.
I'm hostile. I was a hostile kid. I drink Red Bull, and I thought I was a cool kid.
Didn't you have to log on every so often just to make sure your puff didn't die?
Oh yeah, they would fucking die.
Oh, it would run away. It would run away.
Yeah, it ran away. If you don't feed it or play with it.
It would run away. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, it would run away. You see that hairball dead in the corner?
It's
I promise he ran away. That's not it. Don't check.
It's like your parents telling you, Fluffy ran away, but your dad fucking shot him in the back of the head in the backyard.
He ran away to a farm.
Yeah,
Why
playing with all the other
digging a
puppies.
hole in the backyard? It's nothing to worry about. We're planting flowers. Oh,
What's that puffle-sized hole in the yard?
What's that puffle-sized hole in the ice, Mommy? It's nothing.
Your dad's fishing.
I feel like a lot of people wouldn't say addicted to Club Penguin. Were you guys addicted to Club Penguin?
Yeah.
I was addicted to a RuneScape, like a completely different game.
I was about to say, I did RuneScape and Club Penguin super hard at the same time.
World of Warcraft.
Dude, RuneScape was dope.
Yeah.
They made a mobile app for RuneScape.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's
I
not
mean,
the same, yeah.
the way they completely ruined RuneScape. I went on it recently, a month ago, and the graphics are all crazy. They added so much stuff, it's unrecognizable now. They did add RuneScape 2008, and I didn't get to keep all my stuff for it, so there's no point in me playing.
Yeah.
Well, you can start new. Why don't you just start new?
No way, dude.
Hard
I
to.
grinded hard on my account. Level 40.
Well, now you can grind. Yeah, you can grind hard again. Just
I
like
don't
you
have
did back
time.
in the day.
You can do it, Daniel.
I'm too
Radcliffe.
busy out here trying to get this paper.
Right, no, you're right. I don't have time for that shit anymore.
No, I remember
That is.
playing, sorry, Butter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Skele.
I know. I played World of Warcraft as a kid.
I played that a little bit too. I didn't get too into it because I didn't understand.
No,
I didn't like it because you had to pay for it after a certain point.
Yeah, the moment
Oh, yeah.
the moment we got internet at my house, I was playing World of Warcraft because I got it for my birthday after saving up so much money as a kid. Little
$10.
little 7-year-old me was the happiest little shit. Okay. No, we went out and we got the upgrade pack and everything from fucking Walmart, and it was the happiest day of my life.
I remember those, yeah. I used to see them being ripped open.
Yeah, because there was codes in it and shit.
Yeah.
People reject them.
Yeah.
I don't think those codes would work if you would steal them.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. It depends on
It
how
depends on
smart
the.
they were back then.
It depends.
This was
It
back
all
in the
depends
day.
on the expansion. Newer expansions that had been out for a while still had the codes that you didn't need to purchase it to use.
Oh, okay. I see.
No,
I know that for Club Penguin, that you could buy Club Penguin stuff, and there'll be codes in it, and you can use them to buy other stuff.
Really?
I can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
people
Remember the
paid for
membership.
Club Penguin membership.
Yeah, there is memberships, and then you can actually go buy, like, you can go to, like, Target or Walmart and buy, like, a Club Penguin, like, stuffed animal.
And then they
Or-
also
Oh, I see.
I remember that.
Yeah, or the game. I had the DS game.
Just
for
like
Club
staring
Penguin.
at like the puffle thing that looks exactly
Yeah.
like the one that you abandoned.
Yeah.
He never left me at all.
Damn,
the little black
boy.
puffle you just kind of abandoned in the corner.
To be fair, it's not as good as the other ones.
Oh, I remember I bought one and it didn't have the code with it, and I was so sad.
Oh, fuck.
I was just, maybe it was probably my fault because because it looked funny to me. It didn't like have any tags, and I thought like, oh, maybe it's like somewhere on the puffle.
Oh.
And I realized, wait, no, it has to have a tag on it, like in order for there to be a code. It's like I waste, like, it's a waste of money. Why do I have this if I don't have the code?
I'd be so mad. I'd be so fucking pissed. I remember seeing a kid at Kroger, and he grabbed like a whole bunch of Roblox gift cards, and he just threw them in his like hoodie pocket, like he was actually gonna go home and enter them all in, like they would work or something. I'm pretty sure they don't work unless you actually buy them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
actually played Roblox.
I played it once.
Just
how's
once?
It was on mobile and it was shit.
What do you mean it's shit?
No, it was
Yeah, what do you mean?
no
They have
on
millions of
mobile.
games.
On mobile. Because it's so the frame
Oh
is
well,
fucking
yeah,
really
because you have a bad phone.
Yeah, no, I
Using
had
like a
I'm
BlackBerry
doing
or
it
Blueberry.
I was doing it on an Apple.
Okay,
Yeah.
probably like an iPhone 3, iPhone 4.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, yeah, you can't
the
play
one with
anything.
It's one with the blue case or something.
Then. Yeah.
I don't know what generation it fucking is. I don't know apples.
But yeah, just like, I'm not sure like to what extent like these website games like had like on your life or anything, but Club Penguin was a very big part, because I remember at some point I ended up going into this Club Penguin chat room called Riffy 888, and it was like he was a very popular penguin, like he was famous on that website. And I found his chat room and I made like a bunch of friends on it. And it's like, oh, Club Penguin is now like a very important part of my life during like middle school. So it was just
A
like,
popular penguin?
yeah, there were popular penguins like Riffy.
Oh, like really well-known people who play the game?
No, just popular penguins.
Because I was what could they possibly be known for?
He's
I don't
really
know.
good at
Except for
my car
the,
riding.
you know, like that sliding part of the game where you're like on this inner tube and you're sliding down.
Sliding down the slope
Like
with
he's the
other penguins.
best.
Yeah.
Fast and furious the whole way down.
I think it was because like he was giving out prizes a lot, and he knew a bunch of like codes and cheats.
Oh wow.
He bought his friends.
Yeah, and it was really funny because at one point we decided, like me and like the group of people in the chat and Riffy, that to create this really dumb like gangster group, and we were called like called like the Tacos or something.
Oh my God.
We wore sombreros and ponchos and goggles, and we tried to look so badass. It was so stupid. And we would go on turf wars with other penguin groups.
My igloo, motherfucker!
He's like a fucking gang.
Real
Yeah, like you rob people for their fish.
No,
Real
it was,
gang shit.
it was just snowball fights. It was just all good fun.
Why you on my turf? I'm
That's
gonna
basically
kill
like
my-
gunfire.
Yeah,
It's basically like a hit and run.
You got a penguin mom crying on the side.
My baby got hit by a stone.
I remember they would have like special characters, like that one pirate guy. His name was like Black Rock or Salt Rock or something. And
Oh,
he would
yeah.
occasionally come by in a pirate ship, and then it'd be like a huge fucking event. Like
Yeah,
he'd bring like games and shit, and sometimes like an actual Black Rock penguin would actually come out, and he would talk to people.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that the servers would just fill up instantly the moment like people know that he's in one server, and like you have to wait until like one person leaves so you can go in, but it's like so hard. Like I remember I waited like I don't know 30 minutes just to try to get into the server, and it's like, oh, I finally get in and he's not there. It's like
rock hopper.
yeah. I think that's supposed to be like an actual penguin species.
It is
That's
an actual
like-
penguin species. I just realized it is.
But yeah, did any of you have like that weird experience?
Yeah. I used to play this. It's a shitty mobile game still, but I used to play it a lot. It's called Unison League. It was kind of fun for a bit because they did like these events with like Hatsune Miku and shit, and that's the only reason I would play is because I liked the stuff you could get and whatnot. So I remember joining like a guild because you had to be in a guild to do like raids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when I joined a guild, they were like really open to like me, and it was kind of weird because we would all wear the same thing. We would go in and we would just harass like people, and it was kind of fun for like a good minute until the leader started coming after me for no apparent reason. because I was a lower level and I was a certain class and I had different like moves for a different class, which is weird. Because I was playing a mage, but I was using lancer skills and whatnot, and he kept getting mad at me for not participating in the raids. I'm like, you guys are on UK time. I'm not on that time zone, so I got kicked from the guild because I told them to get a life.
Yeah.
So
I wonder why you left. You got kicked out.
no, because like you need to be on like all the time because we need to beat these raids. I'm like, how fucking old are you? And he's like, I'm 12. How old are you? I said,
Yeah, how old are you, kid?
I was 15. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go. Fuck this. And then I stopped playing the game.
I played Unison League because I remember they had a collaboration with the Seven Deadly Sins anime.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like that anime, so I played the game.
They had
The game was fun.
They had a bunch of anime ones. They had a Evangelion one. I think Fairy Tail at one point.
Yeah, they had Fairy Tail. I remember another anime online game I played was like Gaia Online.
That one. I wanted them to do a Bleach one, but it would never happen. Yeah, Skele's not a weeb, but I like anime.
I'm not a weeb either. I just like hentai.
Nah, you guys are weebs.
What about you, Daniel Radcliffe? Do you have any online website experiences?
Outside of Googling my own name, no.
You never been on Tinder just to experiment?
No. No.
Craigslist, eBay, bamboozling people on Amazon with the free.
How do you bamboozle somebody on Amazon?
Oh, it's funny. Well, I haven't done it. My friend did it, so I
Well, it must
can't.
be funny, but like, how do you do it?
Okay, well, here, I'll start off the story with
Is it just like fake
fake stuff.
reviews? Oh, I've seen some photos about
So-
that. Yeah.
I'm not friends with this person anymore. It was an online thing, so I couldn't. They would constantly like, throw away emails for this, so they would never get caught. So it was mostly throwaway emails. I would have reported them, but they would change their email all the time, and I couldn't.
There was this one time where this guy tricked me into giving him my my RuneScape password,
Oh no.
and then that's pretty much what ended it for me.
How did he do it?
Well, first off, I was kind of stupid, and he's like, all right, I'll level your character up if you give me the password. And I knew this guy for a while, right? We've been friends on it for a while. And then I gave him the password, and then I tried to log in later that day, and I couldn't. The dude changed the password on me, and then I went on I made a new account, and then I told him, hey, what the fuck, bruh? And then he's like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me. I need to do something to make me feel better.
Oh.
And then 2 years later, I'm going through my email, like deleting like all the junk email that I got because I have like thousands and thousands of it. And then there was one that was talking about like password recovery, and I'm like, oh shit, I probably should have thought of this 2 years ago.
Right, yeah.
And I got it back, and then RuneScape changed, and then it wasn't the same. I'm not doing it again.
Aw. Did you had like any other friends besides that one on RuneScape?
Yeah, I had plenty. Like my friends list was like full at one point.
Aw.
It's because I was out there getting that bread on the game, getting that GP all day.
Oh, no,
I would do stuff like
means.
that to people on RuneScape. I mean, I wouldn't take their account, but I would like to take their money. Like, do a trade with them. It's like, give me the money first, and then I'll give you this, right? But you have to drop it on the ground because my trade system doesn't.
Oh man.
I was like, just take the money and I'll just run away. Don't even leave the server, I'll just run away.
You're one of those goddamn hustlers.
Yeah. Well, it would normally work with like little kids, I would think. I think a person who's like above the age of 10 probably wouldn't fall for that trick.
No,
kids
it's actually
nowadays are like-
stealing candy from babies.
Right, pretty much.
No, kids nowadays are smart as shit. I knew an 8-year-old who could do HTML. That's some shit right there.
What's the HTML?
HTML.
HTML is like
Okay.
a web programming language.
Hotmail?
Yeah.
No, not it's kind of Hotmail.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
It's like
have
how
a
you make
Hotmail.
My mom has an
HTML is
AOL.
like how you would program a website.
My mom's so fucking old. She has a fucking AOL email.
Yeah, I still have
it's
my
fucking
Hotmail.
old.
God, she will
God.
refuse to switch to Google.
Just put her down.
I know. I have to
Old
just
people just need to
walk out in
stop
the backyard with her and just like, look at this one, Mom. It's okay. You can forget your AOL account. It's up. We've updated our terms of service and hear the shotgun go off. No, she tried asking for my email, which was kind of creepy. I said, why do you
Oh,
need
yeah.
it?
Your
She's
mom?
like, in case I need
Sorry,
to
Mom,
email
you can't
you.
have my email. I don't know who
In
you are.
case I need to email you, I'm like, Mom, you have my number. And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, nice try.
What do you think she was trying to do?
I don't know what she was trying to fucking do, and I didn't want to find out.
You're trying to sign up for a sketchy website with your email or something?
Then
Trying to sign up to a sub-botting website?
Subbotting.
Here's what my mom will do. Anytime I'm doing something on my phone and she sees a YouTube like tab open, she says, having YouTube on your phone gives you viruses. And I said, what?
What?
I look at her and I'm like, you can't get a virus on your phone. And she says, yes, you
Yeah.
can. And I said, where'd you hear this from? The Washington Post. I look at her in the eye and I'm like, Ma, no.
Sure it can.
Yeah, you can
I
get...
think I'm pretty sure you can if you have like an Android or one of those
Yeah,
off-brand type
Androids are more
things.
prone to that
But,
because they're like, super open.
No,
Like
there's no
iPhones,
virus
unless you like
protection for-
download something purposely, I don't think you can get one.
Well, I have a VPN on my phone and it kind of is close to a virus protector. Close.
Yeah.
I try to explain
Is
to
a
her what the fuck
VPN
a
a virus
VPN is. It just hides your IP address and whatnot if you're online. And
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it like redirects it to somewhere crazy.
Yeah, I tried to explain to her what the fuck a VPN did. She's like, you're just making stuff up. I said, no. You can Google it. And she's
I
like,
use a
"I'll
VPN at school so I can get on any website because there was a program that I had on a USB and I would just stick it into the computer and run the program and it would hide the IP so I can go on whatever website I wanted.
Neat.
That was nice. I was the coolest kid.
I'm sure you were.
No, here's how stupid my mom is. She'll use Bing, not Google.
Oh, just put her down.
Oh, I forgot that Bing existed for a sec. Yeah.
You remember that
Bing.
time whenever they used commercials to advertise like most people find their thing on Bing better or found it easier or something? And, like,
Yeah, it was
and I'm
kind of
like,
sad.
100%, every single one of them probably uses Google.
Yeah. You look at them now and they're probably like doing drugs, like hardcore drugs. They're like, I still use Bing.
I
They had to be on drugs if they chose Bing over Google.
like no, and then she tries talking to me like I don't know how to hide stuff online, and she says you gotta realize that you can get a virus from YouTube now, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't understand her. I don't, because when I try to, she sounds fucking nuts.
Is she a flat earther?
No, but sometimes I really think she is. No, my mother thinks tall privilege exists.
Is your mom
Damn.
short?
She's 4 foot something,
Oh, ouch.
That's
and I'm
pretty
5'6". So anytime she
You're
yells at me,
5'6"?
yeah, anytime she yells at me, I'm like,
No wonder
Looking
she's
over
upset
her.
at you all the
Look down at her.
time. She's so jealous.
I like look over her and I'm like, Mom, please.
Squash her like a bug.
No, she said, I made a joke. She says, you know what I have to go through every day? I said, what, you can't reach the top shelf?
You
And
can
she
go
said,
through
"That's
tiny
not funny,
doors.
but-"
Barely able to climb into my own bed.
She says,
My feet don't reach the floor whenever I take a shit.
oh, that's true. Oh my gosh.
You
No,
kick your
she
feet.
has to jump to get into her car. It's hilarious every
Christ.
time. I
Jump
just
to
start
get on the
laughing.
toilet.
She's like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, nothing.
If she was a dude, she'd be one of those people who own like giant trucks.
Yeah. No, imagine her getting into a fucking SUV. It's hilarious.
I physically cannot imagine that.
It's hilarious. I started laughing anytime. No. I said, oh, you have problems reaching the top shelf? And she says, it's all about your tall privilege. You're all about your tall privilege. You know what we shorties have to go through? I said, not being able to put in the right size of pants.
Just throw
said-
a copy of The Hobbit at her.
Yeah.
Tell her to step on
I
you.
told
She'll
her-
get a little bit taller.
I called her Frodo for a whole day, and she didn't know what to say.
Frodo.
Like, Frodo, are you okay? And she says, what? And I said, Frodo, you okay?
Well, you can't hear me all the way down there?
I said, I get in the car with her. I'm like, where are we going? Are we going to go to Mount Doom? She's like, I don't even get your references. They're so stupid. She thinks I'm so untech savvy when...
Tech savvy?
Yeah, no. She was complaining about her computer being, like, slow. So I'm like, okay, here, let me look at all your files. And I said, okay. You know how many virus protectors she fucking has?
After
Probably
going through
not.
all the porn.
Oh, yeah, no, I found
Yeah.
that shit, too. She can't hide anything.
Yeah, like, she's complaining about YouTube giving her viruses, which doesn't happen, but she visits all these websites that
Yeah,
legitimately do give you viruses.
Yeah.
Probably like on an off-brand YouTube.
No, I told
Your
her
tube?
she
Yeah,
doesn't.
your tube.
I
Our
went to the
tube.
computer because mine was being glitchy for a little bit. This is when I set my computer in fucking Japanese. It was an accident.
You did what?
What?
Yeah, I'll explain that in a second. So I told her, hey, I just need to use your computer for something. I just need to find a clip for something. Okay. She says, okay, just bring it back in an hour. She comes over to me like 10 minutes later. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just on YouTube. She runs over to me as fast as she could with those little fucking legs. And she grabs her computer from me and she says, you're on what? And I said, YouTube. And she says to me, you are not allowed to use my computer. And at this point, she's shouting, ever again! You want
She
to
probably
get
doesn't
me
want
a
you seeing
virus?
the prank videos.
She looks at what I'm watching, and it's literally just a memeology clip from
Like Call of Duty compilation.
Yeah.
No, she says, why do you have to always do this to me? And she's like shouting my name. Like, you are grounded. I'm like, for using YouTube? She says, you want me to get hacked by the government?
for using YouTube.
You want the government to watch my computer? I'm like, it's YouTube. And I'm so calm, and she's like jumping up down, flapping her motherfucking feathers, and I'm having a good time until she starts just going off, and I'm like, it's just YouTube. And then I calmly try to explain to her that YouTube would never allow viruses in the first place, and saying the amount of fucking antivirus protectors you have anyway won't even allow that shit. And she says, you need to fuck up your own computer. And I said, I already fucking did.
Yeah. Like, if you really wanted, like, legitimate viruses, or at least the risk of it, you should just download LimeWire, to be honest.
That's what I told her. Like, if
She's
you want
probably an avid user of LimeWire.
LimeWire is just, like, great, except for all the viruses you can get.
Viruses and music.
No, I couldn't tell her that I broke my laptop. Because I kind of did. On the corner, it's
How did you break it?
coming. Well, it was actually her fault.
Okay, now it's her fault.
No, no, I made it worse. She didn't see what I was doing. I was actually editing the previous episode of the podcast, trying to fix it, the audio, and she whipped my computer around, and I heard my screen corner crack.
Why did she
And I
do
said,
that?
oh my
Because
gosh.
she watching
Did she
too much
not hear it?
wrestling?
So basically, she says, what are you doing? Whips around my computer. I hear a crack. I'm like, oh shit. My heart
Whip
sinks
around.
to the bottom of my stomach, and I'm like, I want to fucking die now. Because I know that if she broke the screen, she's gonna blame me. Why did you break your screen? I could already hear her fucking saying.
What do you mean whip it around? Whenever you say that, I imagine her doing like grabbing like someone by the legs and then like spinning around.
No, she grabbed the
grab it by the
my
laptop's
computer.
legs and spin it around.
She
Right.
grabbed.
Well, I imagine like some sort of wrestling move whenever you say spin, like whip it around.
No. She grabbed like the bottom, like where you sit in front of the laptop, the very bottom, you know, where the would be and whatnot. She turned it the
Sure.
fuck around so goddamn fast that the screen flipped backward
Okay.
a bit, and you could, and that's when I heard the crack out of the screen.
Okay.
So, and she looks at what I'm doing, and I said, "You could have just fucking asked." And she's, "I just need to know what you're doing." And I'm like, "You could have asked. There's no hurt in asking." And she says, "What's all this?" And it's just Audacity. I'm like, "It's just Audacity." And she
I'm
says,
making
"What's
viruses
that
for you
supposed
too.
to mean?"
What's all this? It's like kid show stuff.
No. And I'm like, "It's just an audio program." "Is this for school?" "Yeah, for school." I fucking lied to her. I don't want to start a fight. She's like, "Okay, as long as it's for school." Anyway, no. I hear the screen crack. And I look at it. The whole back of that shit, like, in front of the, you know, the front of the laptop where around the edges is, like, what's holding it together.
Right.
The
Yeah.
le-
You just glue it together.
no, I tried.
I do remember you talking about that.
The left bottom is completely fucking broken. Like, here,
I remember you
You hear
posted
the
a picture
cracking.
of it, like lifting up.
yeah, that's my computer. Basically.
Now you can give
And,
yourself an applause every time you do something good.
No, and then I tried super gluing it together, but I ended up super gluing my hand together.
Don't worry, this podcast is sponsored by Audible, so we'll be able to fix that right quick.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, did you say sponsor?
Oh god, the sponsor.
Yeah, what's our sponsor today,
Go
Kevin?
ahead and ring us in,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Okay, we have a big German fan base right now. Everybody in Germany is crazy about it. So we have a big sponsor. They're all eating steaks over there. So we have a big Omaha steak German sponsor, Skele. She's from the 1940s, so I'll let her take this away.
Omaha Steaks Coffee, sei lecker, sei mokshen, sei Coffee, sei brokofen über Entosen Steaks. Eating coffin sei, very in a bake.
If that doesn't make me want to eat a steak, I don't know what does.
Whenever
that
I go
sounds-
over my Vietnamese friend's house, it kind of sounds like that. Something along those lines.
Please buy Omaha Steaks. Thank you so much.
Please sponsor us, Omaha. We love you. Mwah.
Mwah.
We are sponsored.
Where's Brain Dead? We need those kissing noises.
Yeah.
Jack
Okay.
finally
Whenever
messaged
we're
me
off the air.
3 fucking days.
Oh, so did anyone else use LimeWire here?
Yeah, I used LimeWire, and there was a whole bunch of viruses on it, so I used it for a little bit, and then I used Napster after that. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
what it is.
Napster. Yeah, the cat thing.
Yes, yeah, I like Napster. Because they had a whole bunch of shit on there, and it was a little bit safer than LimeWire.
I remember Irish suggested me a PC cleaner. It's CC cleaner. It's really good.
I have that too. Yeah, it is really good.
Is
The
it gamer
CC
gear?
cleaner? Gamer gear.
Gamer approved.
Yeah, you just need to slap the gamer label on it, and then it's like raising the price to $30
$30
more.
dollars, yeah, $30 more right in. Gaming water.
Gamer
Game.
key.
Oh gosh. I'm not a gamer, but I was an expert in Virtual Villagers, that 2008 game.
Virtual
Very
villager.
nice. Virtual villager.
Yeah, I was in gosh, that was I think I played it. I was
Game is fun. I played it my freshman year, I think, of high school. That was 6 years ago.
I remember I was completely obsessed with that game, Virtual Villagers. That was when I first got my laptop, and I think I was around 10 years old at the time. I was in middle school. So I guess like during my whole middle school, I was just mostly obsessed with just stuff like Club Penguin and just this game on my laptop. But it was just such a nice time.
I wish I had a laptop whenever I was that young. My
Aw.
computer was like in the living room with my family. So it was like being a young teenage boy and wanting to access the computer but not in front of your parents. It's like One time you could do it whenever they were alone. You know what I mean? Whenever you got teenage boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What kind of computer did you have?
It was just the Windows. It was just the Windows fucking Windows 2000. Is that what it was?
Oh, was it like the big block one?
Yeah, it was a big fucking. It was supposed to be white, but it was like kind of white with yellow.
Oh, I had
Windows
a.
XP. I think.
Yeah, I had one of
Windows
those. I
XP.
had a black one. It was the family computer. I don't know why I remember this, but I remember I was doing a project on that computer, and we had to do a project on doing a report on bees. And I remembered, I think it was like one of the first times I used Wikipedia. And I remember, there was like this whole information about bees on Wikipedia. And I thought, like, I'm just going to copy and paste this to my report. So I did. And, I don't remember if my teacher said anything about it. But yeah, I think I passed the class. I don't remember getting like punished for copying and pasting a whole Wikipedia thing. And I think this was before. I'm not sure if this was before or after where you can actually check if something's been stolen, like works and stuff.
Oh, like plagiarism?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just like Google search like certain phrases and figure out if something's plagiarism really easy.
Yeah, but I just copied a whole paragraph from Wikipedia.
Yeah, Did you learn anything about the bees at all?
I just remember, what was it? I think it was about just pollination, and that was it.
So the only thing you took away was pollination.
Yeah.
This is why
I
you
think the
should
bee movie
plagiarize.
will give you everything you need about bees.
Yeah, just watch the bee movie. That girl, that
And
lady
Jerry
left her husband
Seinfeld,
for a
so-
bee.
It's like a 2-for-1.
Oh, what was
Jerry
that?
Seinfeld.
What was that, Kevin?
Oh, I said that lady left her husband for a bee.
Oh yeah, that's true. She did.
No, I thought it
Would
was
you
her
leave your
boyfriend.
husband for that bee?
No.
For
Would
Jerry
you leave her-
Seinfeld bee?
No, for Jerry Seinfeld, B, no.
Oh, what about for Shrek?
Come
No.
on.
No.
Daniel Radcliffe would leave
No.
his husband for Shrek.
I already have.
Oh. Wait, so you said that you wrote the whole script for this movie? Or was it for...
No. This was co-written. I wrote the whole script for the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, okay. Who co-wrote it with you?
Co-wrote it with me?
Mhm.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's gonna be an amazing movie.
It's all hush-hush, so you gotta keep it quiet. This is for Speak One only.
Yeah, it's okay. We only have about 3 people who listen. So they're all German and Mongols. What do you call them? Googles?
And we used to have a Japanese audience, but due to certain
The-
comments.
The insane lack of Japanese being spoken.
Yeah, they couldn't listen anymore. They couldn't take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's kind of my fault. I said certain comments that shouldn't be said, and they all left.
About the Japanese?
I think it was me mostly because I made a hentai comment.
Ooh.
It was on the scrapped episode, though.
Oh.
The secret episode that...
Secret
Oh
episode
yeah, the
that
secret
will
episode they didn't watch. That's why.
keep it under wraps. We're working on it. Fuck, you guys can't keep your mouth shut about it.
I'm cringing really hard. We're not working on it.
Oh yeah, we're not. Did we give up? Or are we still doing it?
I'm still gonna try.
I believe in you.
It's gonna be coming out like in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward when you just want to like... I don't want to say alone time with the computer, because it just sounds weird.
You just want to surf the web.
Yeah, you just want to surf the web, like without
Ride
like...
those waves.
Yeah, ride those waves like a penguin.
Ride those YouTube virus waves.
Yeah, YouTube viruses.
I can't focus on making my club penguin pizzas whenever my parents are trying to make macaroni and cheese.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
One time when I was in like 3rd grade, I believe, there'd be a little bit of time between going to the bus and I could watch the news. This was a time like when like phones were getting like really, really big, like flip phones and stuff like that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they were like deciphering like these acronyms that people would use, like TYT, stuff like that on the news, and I found it to be like, I was watching it, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Even now, it's still stupid.
They still do it, but it's with like emojis now.
They try to transcribe emojis.
Yeah.
Right, so if you have
Do
like
you
a
know any?
skull...
I want to know what they think.
Sure. Well, there's one
These
video where
old-
they talk about it. There's like one with like a skull, fire, and an arrow, and that means I want you to die in a fire. And they figured us out. They figured us out.
I thought that would be like
They're reading it like Egyptian hieroglyphics, like trying to
Right.
take it like really serious.
Actually, that video might have been a parody.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think the news anchor was way too serious.
The funny thing is, they were like treating it like it was a national emergency.
Emoji movie.
Emoji movie, yeah.
What a
Yeah,
great
it's-
movie.
Oh, I fucking hate that movie. dude.
I'm joking.
I know, I just fucking hate that movie with a burning passion. It's so shitty.
Yeah, it's so weird just like seeing how far these like little phone features go.
You know what the funny thing is? If the
Didn't watch
Emoji
anything.
Movie came out in like 1901, it would be the best movie ever made.
It would, honestly.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
that
why
would
they
have been
fucking
amazing.
made it. This is why they fucking made it. Because kids are easy to market to. Kids
Yeah,
will watch
kids would love that
motherfucking
stuff.
anything. Kids
Yeah.
loved that movie. Adults hated that shit. The thing is, they even made toys and shit off that. And
Yeah,
kids
it's marketable.
bought it.
The whole
Yeah.
point is like everybody uses emojis. They want people to own those emojis, and they can make money off of literally anything. I wonder how much that movie made. Didn't it make like a lot of money?
It
It
made
I
a
made-
don't
lot of
remember
money.
it. It did?
It did make a lot of money off of marketing.
Damn. Sure it did.
No, because I think McDonald's did the toy brands for that. So
It's just like those emoji pillows that they bought.
yeah. Then
Oh.
it was no. If you
Like
talk
if you ever
to
meet
that
somebody
emoji-
who has an emoji pillow, run.
well, damn.
Oh shit.
Oh, no. Which
No,
one do you
but
have?
it's
Do
from,
you have
like-
the
Wait, it
skull?
depends. Which one do you have?
California. It's from the California gas station. The alien.
Oh. Did you save
Yeah, I
it from
know.
one of those
It's very-
California
No,
fires?
my mom got it for me to look the price tag on it and made me feel like shit about it.
She's just jealous because she can't afford one.
Oh, my Christmas presents and clearance. You know how
That's
I know?
not that difficult. I mean, but like
She left the price tags.
she upped the. You saw
She
the price
left-
tag?
She left the price tag on all my gifts.
What the? Why?
She says it's not rude to leave the price tags on things. I'm like, yes, it fucking is.
It's. I don't know
Am
if
I
it's rude. It's like,
awkward?
it's like, oh man, now I know how much you spent on me.
No, she. I rounded it up. She spent $30 on me.
What did she get you? It must not have been that good. If you
So yeah, it wasn't that good. She
Oh,
spent
she got
$30.
me
You don't even.
erasers.
Is
Eraser.
it cotton candy
She got me
eraser?
erasers. Pencils.
Were they like one of
Wooden
those like toy type erasers, or like
Yeah. They
like,
could take
like
it
a
out.
head at the end of your
Yeah.
stick
She got me a. She got me a bottle of Advil.
for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh.
What the fuck?
So she says, "Oh, you keep taking mine, so I got you your." I said,
You
"I'm
guys
sorry."
just-
She was serious. This was not a joke. She was completely serious.
That is terrible.
I made the joke like, "So you want me to overdose?"
Oh my
Right.
god.
She didn't like that joke, but everybody else did. She got me
Did
a
you guys
Coke.
ever have the smells, the smelly pencils? They
I fucking-
smell like...
Yeah, I did. I had a root beer one.
Right, I was
I
going to
had-
say the root beer one was like my least favorite one.
Really?
Yeah,
I
but
really
cotton
loved
candy.
it.
Well, it gave me headaches. They also had like smelly erasers.
I had a cotton candy one.
Yeah, I had a cotton candy one. That one also was really bad.
At my school, they were selling like a calculator that smelled like chocolate, and everybody got it.
What the fuck? Oh, the Scholastic book fairs, dude.
Yeah, I love the Scholastic Book Fair. They had a
I
lot
know,
of
I
cool stuff
love
there.
those too.
I miss them.
That's where I'd buy them.
Mhm.
Just send your mom in there. They won't be able to tell the difference between her and a kid.
Well, if I go in there, I kind of look like a 14-year-old, so I can kind of pass. I just can't open my mouth and say anything.
Just say you're on the basketball team.
I'm not even that tall.
Like people who still get Scholastic Book stuff, probably, yeah.
I'm 5'6". It's not tall.
Aren't they all like 4 something when they're kids like that? Like 6th
Oh,
grade?
Yeah, I can totally deck a kid in the face.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
2
like
feet
that.
tall.
It's not really the decking a kid isn't like it's a height, but
Well, I think as long as I'm in school, I can go. I don't think I have to go to that specific school.
I was 1 feet tall.
You keep on getting your 12 inches.
I am now 5 inches.
I remember being the tallest kid in my elementary school, and then this other kid came. He was really big and fat, and he was taller than me by a little bit, and I was really mad.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me because I was the shortest
What?
kid in my class, and then there was this other girl who was like, I guess like slightly shorter than me, like by a centimeter, and then she got to be like in front of the lines now, and that kind of made me sad because I was like, oh no, I'm not number 1 anymore. I'm now just second shortest person.
No, we had this girl, and in our class, this is I think 3rd grade. I was very skinny 3rd year. So I'll give you an explanation of why I was so skinny. Anyway, in a minute. So this girl, our teacher gave us a whole talk before she would arrive at the school saying she's suffering from this thing called anorexia. 3 of my friends fucking looked at me, and I'm like, wait, hold on, what? Because they're like, wait, isn't this you? And I'm like, no, fuck you. So the girl came in, she was extremely skinny, and she was skinnier than me. Everybody would call me a skeleton in that class, and this is not the iron. It totally
Is that related to your name?
No, it didn't. It's not. It totally didn't affect me today. It had no effect on my name as of today. So when the girl came in, she was skinnier than me, and then she started getting called skeleton, and I was getting mad because my nickname was on. But I only realized later that I really wasn't getting bullied because of who I was.
Was it Eugenia Cooney?
No, I think her name was Marissa.
Sounds like a bully's name.
She was a bitch. I don't like her. No, because she fucking took my highlighters out of my bag.
That was a big deal.
No,
back
I
then.
would like draw.
No,
like,
it really
color
is.
with them. You know, I would like color with them, and then I'd take my Sharpie. We weren't allowed to have Sharpies at school. I was the only kid with Sharpies, and I would use them. I would outline the highlighter in black and then make it look like a cool fucking drawing. She took my motherfucking highlighters. First the blue one was missing, then the yellow one, then the orange one, and then the pink one. I was getting mad. Then my favorite one was my green highlighter. I had a green highlighter. I love that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because my favorite color is green, and I love that one. So when I noticed my green highlighter got missing, and I noticed this bitch was using the same one, I went over there and I'm like, you need to stop taking my highlighters, you fucking skeleton.
Oh god.
She started crying, and I got my highlighters back, but the green one was still fucking gone. So now I can buy my own fucking green highlighters. And anytime I think of green highlighters, I think of that bitch. She can't take my highlighters anymore. She moved away.
She probably refuses to get any more.
Probably.
I guess you can say that was like the highlight of your.
But, no, like.
0 out of 10. I gotta give that one a.
So I think we can all remember this at one point, because we're all around the same age, I guess. Kids pics in school.
I love
kid
that.
pics.
Yeah,
Kid
that
pics.
shit.
Yeah,
Kids
yeah.
pics.
Maybe I don't know what that is.
Ah!
Oh, Daniel
Oh.
Radcliffe, you stupid head.
Disappointment.
This is very okay. So,
You
Kids
can't
Pics is like
blame
this
me. I
really
was
shitty-
filming during that time.
Well, look here. I'll explain it. Kids Pics is this really like shitty like kids art program with a lot of like animations that you could just put on the screen, like pictures, and there was a lot of funny noises and colors. So that's kind of why every kid liked it.
Yeah, I used to play with it so much on the because there was a symmetry feature that if you draw on one side, it'll copy the other side.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and I always like loved using that feature. It was like one of my favorites. And then there was another one that I really loved, where it was such a strange one because it was a ball feature, and then like you slide it across
It would
the
make more.
screen. Yeah, it will make more. It will be just a line of them, and you can do that with a bunch of other like I think objects that they give you or tools. I always thought that was fun to do, so I would spend hours just like fooling around with just the tools.
You could like change the background to whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a picture of a background of like a little girl, like a little blonde girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always get in trouble for doing this. Me and my friends, we would always select the picture of the little background with the girl on it, and we would use like a slime tool, like a slime art effect, and we like put like green boogers in her nose, or like or like big bulging eyes, or like open the mouth and put a penis in her mouth. And we would get in trouble for that.
Okay, similar story, but mine was a little dark. Because I'm an edgelord, you know this. I remember I was allowed on the computer one day, and then an hour later I was not allowed on the computer. So I opened Kids Picks, and my teacher, her name was Miss Hobbs. We all called her Miss Hobgoblin. So me being a young little artist, I thought it was really funny to draw a little goblin on like the screen and whatnot. I colored it green, and she smoked cigarettes, so I gave a little ciggy. And then I took the little fire, the little fire sticker that was animated, and I put them all underneath the goblin. I pointed an arrow and I said, Miss Hobbs. And in the background I said, burn in hell. I got a phone call home, and I was never allowed on the computers ever again.
She could have grabbed it. She could have looked at it, and she's like, "Do I really look like this?" Like in SpongeBob with Mrs.
She
Puff.
printed it out and showed it to the principal.
Oh.
So my mom got it, and she's looking at it, and she's looking back at me. And I could tell she wanted to compliment me on the goblin, but she couldn't because it would be inappropriate. So when we're in the car, she's like, she's kind of laughing and chuckling. She's like, I can't believe you did this. And she's laughing through her words. And she says, a goblin? I said, yeah. She says, okay.
Should have hung it up in the fridge.
She's trying to be serious with me. She starts saying, why do you think this was a good idea? I said, well, I didn't think she'd see it. My mom begins to say, no, she printed it out though. And I said, can I keep it? She says, no, it's going in the trash. And I said, well, why do you have it then? She says, I'm gonna throw it in the trash. I said, okay, can I watch? I'm gonna throw it in the trash. When we got home, she's like, go to your room. I knew she could.
Ew, that was like a big ketchup stain on it.
I gotta find it, dude. It was fucking great to see.
Still have it.
I think I have it in my old house. I think my dad has it. I will find it. I will bring it here. And I will take a picture of it.
Yeah, post it in fan art.
Oh yeah, speaking of fan art.
Oh yeah, speaking of fan art, Touches is also here, I forgot.
Oh yeah, hello Touches. It's great that you're here and totally not in another Discord.
Yeah, he's not fucking here.
He was here a while ago, but...
He's not?
He's not fucking here.
I'm sorry, Daniel Radcliffe. I know that we promised you that...
This was the only reason I was coming on. You guys are sued.
But
Oh, I'm sorry.
moving on to the fan art section, we have from the... Where do you
Oh,
guys...
there he is. He's back. He's back.
We're talking shit about him when he comes in.
How does he know?
He always
I
knows.
tagged him.
He has a set. Oh, fuck you, Kevin. Okay,
Daniel Radcliffe, this is Touches.
I'd like to know your opinion on the political discourse of America today.
whoa.
Wow.
That's a question.
Jay.
Hold on, he's not done. Okay, go on.
Yeah, he's done. Jay. He says Jay.
Donald J.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's all I need. All right.
Hold on.
He's very insightful.
He's like the Albert Einstein of our time. It's crazy.
Okay. So today's fan art section, we have Ditsy's two amazing server profile pictures that she did. It is one of the first one with the rainbow background. It is the server's picture, and we are very thankful for Ditsy for making that. Thank you, Dits.
Yeah, I love the gradients of it. The colors are very, they're light, and I love it. It's so nice.
It's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, the same thing with the second one, where it's more purplish colors, horizon. I think this one has more of a like gradient-like look, because it goes from blue to purple.
Very pastel.
Yes.
We have Touch's Marge and Homer Simpson pictures. I personally like the Marge Simpson one.
Mwah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, if only he was here to see it, because he left.
Yeah, he fucking left.
Yeah, the political discussion between
It
Daniel
got a little
Radcliffe.
heated. I'm sorry.
It
I didn't mean to
did,
bring
yeah.
up all the stuff that I did. I couldn't help it.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Touches, for this wonderful Simpson fan work.
We love
Nice
them.
contribution.
We love them. We'll make them emotes. We have Kevin's Soldier Man pick. Very
Yes.
nice done.
Yeah, I
We
love
loved it.
how it's you can totally tell that it's not cropped at all.
What are you talking about?
I like how someone reacted with the noose emote below.
Oh yeah, that's what I put.
Oh no. And then moving forward.
So just a
I
quick
like the
thing,
subtlety
yeah.
of it.
yeah, Kevin,
It's
why
very-
did you choose this
Yeah.
combination?
Yeah, explain it. Because I gotta know what you were thinking, what was going through your mind at this point, because this is probably the best piece of art I've ever seen.
I just made it on my phone. I just took a picture of Soldier Man. I just
How
put his
does he
face on
do
it.
it?
How does he
I-
do it?
How does he
I-
do it?
What
He's a
app?
genius.
I thank you, everybody. Thank you. Everybody,
Yeah, it's
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Hold your applause.
No.
Yeah, this is good. Thank you, Kevin, for the
Okay.
contribution.
I don't want to talk about my own. So someone else do it for me.
All right.
The first
I really
one was-
like it. It's very cute. I love how the markers that you used. It's very nice. It complements the red and the yellows. Very well done.
I like the
Drawing-
very long neck.
Drawing Jack is fun. Okay.
He does have a bit of a long neck, but it fits.
Long neck motherfucker.
Now he can reach the trees really easy with his mouth.
No, on Twitter, I even posted it, and Jack's now my muse. We've agreed on this. There will be more, and he will deal with it.
Yes, but fantastic artwork, Skele.
Thank you. There also was another one way back there. but-
Oh yes. Yeah, that one.
Look,
With
look.
the
Digital one, yeah.
the chibi one. It's really cute. I love how you did what you did with the horns.
He looks like Homestuck.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's a Jack problem, not a me problem. This concludes the fan art section. Thank you guys for all
Yes.
your contribution.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, we love you all. Please continue to contribute to fan art. We love showing you guys' art on here.
Yes, and thank you, Omaha Steaks, for sponsoring us again.
They could.
Oh my mistakes.
Omaha Steaks. Yes,
So
and
we're
oh yeah, and also one more thing. And thank you so much, Daniel Radcliffe, for coming to this podcast.
Thank you.
It's
No
an
problem,
honor.
no problem.
Right,
No problem.
It's been great having
As
you.
long as you
Thank
know
you,
that this whole
Touches.
podcast is now under my rights and everything, just contact my lawyer. You'll be getting some mail pretty soon. Don't be afraid, okay?
I don't have a mailbox. I'm in hell.
Don't worry, I'll get you one.
You know how many lawyers are in
We'll
hell?
send you an owl with a letter on it.
Yeah,
Who
we'll
I am.
send one of our muggles to.
I own the rights to that too.
Oh no.
You know how many lawyers are in hell, Mr. Radcliffe? A lot. You can
well-
take me to court any day.
See, the thing is, I know them all personally.
They're fucking dead. No, you don't. Anyway.
They're all from Disney.
Anyways, so plugs.
They're all from Disney.
Okay. Time to plug the Twitters.
Thank you all for listening to this episode. Please follow us at the Speak One Twitter, which is at S1 Podcast on Twitter. Please, we try to update as regularly as possible on there. So follow there.
Please follow me at Caffeine Skele at twitter.com. We enjoyed this episode greatly. Well, hope to catch you guys next episode.
Excuse me. At THEEK squared. The K squared.
You can follow me at Twitter /Real Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch you next episode. Bye.
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 Oh.